hardens. In that liquid that was put in the 1950s, in most cases, there was a percentage of asbestos. It's encapsulated in that roof system, but in order to abate it properly, as absolutely, I think I can speak for the board in this case and say every one of us wants this to be done exactly according to legal and health standards, of course. In order to get that done, there can be no children in the building for obvious reasons, right? So there was that issue of finding that it was more than anticipated, and then figuring out how to get it done. And I would prefer to see this roof done completely by the time school opens. That's not going to happen. It's not going to be possible. I did hear a firm commitment this morning from the mayor that this is a project that is ongoing. It's not being derailed or pushed to the side. I understand the frustration of feeling that the board could play a different role in this. We have no voting power in this. It's just the power of persuasion. And so I am working with the mayor and his team to keep this project on track. And we are discussing through the architect, at the direction of the mayor, looking for a roofing company that might be able to do a piece of the project. And I respectfully will take exception to the notion that this is an appeasement. It is, in fact, we are putting in, and has been ordered already by the school district, new furniture. We're redoing the entire Sunnyside Library Media Center, which is an important piece. And so it makes sense to at least consider whether we can do the roof above that area before we move into the new carpet and furniture and shelving and casework, etc. So that's where it stands. This has been a day by day. I'm on the phone every day on this subject, and every day there's little bits of new information. So today was another bit of information. I might receive news tomorrow. I can't be 100% certain when I will be informed by the architect and the mayor about the likelihood of getting a roof crew in to do the library media center roof. We also discussed at today's meeting the idea that we would be planning for the end of the school year. I realize this is not very satisfying, but there really isn't another choice. Either it gets done this summer or it gets done next summer. It can't be done during the school year. And so we would be planning in advance with a bidder with a signed contract and the plan for remediation all set up so that we could start when immediately when the school year ends.
So there's no way to do it.
It's possible that you could do it evening and weekends, but it also presents some risks doing it that way.
Chris, can I jump in here? Seeing how I was the asbestos safety consultant when the school was renovated when Joe McGanny was the architect. If anybody had bothered to read the final report, they would have seen there was nothing done to the roof. It was a foam roof over the existing roof that had been done in the 80s to extend it. If they would have read it, they would have known that. To answer your question, Kate, if you have any asbestos get into the school, then you have a release incident. The school must be evacuated. It must be thoroughly cleaned and tested to meet these state requirements for clearances, which could result in shutting the school down for a week. So, and we've done that in the past at other schools because the roof structure is not solid. There are cracks in there, and you can get leakage into and above the drop ceiling. The drop ceilings are not a permanent barrier. So they're not considered, it's not encapsulated, would be considered into the school. So the school will be shut down. So there's absolutely no way that it should be done on weekends or evenings.
Although I don't have your level of expertise about this, I agree with that, and that.
Years